Sir Chamber, sir. Sir, how much time my party has been allotted?
4 minutes.
Thank you, sir. Sir, this is more or less a good bill. There are certain good provisions in the bill, and sir, the Honorable Minister was rightly pointing out that within 2024, we are going to be the largest aviation market in the world. And sir, our civil aviation sector has a high growth potential now also. Therefore, sir, we need to modernize and update our legislation in regard to civil aviation industry, and more particularly about safety and security in the field of air traffic and air passengers. As you know, sir, there has been recently, in the last 1 or 2 months before, there has been a very serious accident where several people died, and often accidents are happening in this country, so we must put much emphasis on safety and security of the aircraft and air passenger. Sir, you know that International Civil Aviation Organization conducted 2 audit reports, and I want to refer to that. One is the Universal Safety Oversight Audit. It was made earlier. And the second is the Universal Security Audit as a part of the Chicago Convention. We are a party to the Chicago Convention, sir. India is a signatory in the Chicago Convention. And sir, it is a matter of concern that India fared worse than Pakistan and Nepal. This is the report. We fared worse than Pakistan and Nepal so far as security factor is, sir, concerned. Sir, the audit showed that the safety score of India declined to 57.44%. It declined to 57.44% in 2018 from 65.82% in 2017. Within 1 year, this is our downtrend so far as security factors are concerned, sir. And sir, the audit was performed in air navigation services, aerodrome, aircraft accidents and investigations, etc. In this regard, the audit was conducted, and this is the result. So it is very discouraging and disastrous, sir. Sir, we are implementing the UDAN scheme now, and number of new aircraft and new airlines will be operating and have started operating also, sir. Therefore, sir, it is necessary to impose strict regulations to keep up the safety of the passengers. In my opinion and everybody's opinion, the safety and security of the air passengers should be the topmost priority of the government. Therefore, sir, I'm happy that certain provisions has been made in the amendment bill, keeping this thing in view, sir. Sir, there are certain good features also in the bill. The penalty provision has been increased. I think it is a good feature from 10 lakh rupees to 1 crore in case of any violation of the provision, sir. Sir, the bill also enlarges the scope of the existing act to include regulation of all areas of air navigation, sir. Sir, sir, members were mentioning about the three statute bodies in the bodies. There is the DGCA, the BCAS, the Bureau of Civil Aviation Security, and this year Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, AAIB. And sir, it should be given autonomy to function independently. Sir, the minister has proposed to amend section 4A, 4, 4B, 4 and 4C4, which empowers the central government that any power exercisable by the Director General of these bodies may also be exercisable by any other officer or authority, specially empowered by any other officer or authority by the central government by notification. I think, sir, this is infringing upon the independent functioning of these bodies. So I would request the minister to consider about this. And sir, the provision to educate penalties by violators by the competent authorities not below the rank of deputy secretary may improve the redressal mechanism. But I want a clarification from the honorable minister whether there can be any appeal in the court against the decision or verdict of these bodies, sir. So my last point is, sir, I went through a report which was published in the newspaper a couple of months before. Sir, prior to this COVID situation, we know after the COVID situation, sir, the air services were banned for a certain period, for a large period. And even now, it is yet to come to its full-fledged operation, sir. And sir, prior to 2021,
Please come.
Just, sir, half a minute. There has been drastic reduction in the occupancy rate of the Air India. And you should go through the figure, you will be still alarmed, you will be astonished. There has been drastic reduction in the occupancy rate. Of course, in 2000, after 1920, there has again been improvement. So I want to know what is the reason why, when the other private airlines are full capacity flying, why there has been drastic reduction in the occupancy rate of the Air India? So has the government, has the ministry looked into the matter? Have they found any reason for this? What is the reason? Is it deliberate or what? As some of the honorable members are alleging,
Thank you,
that
Acharya.
there is a pre-plan, there is a systematic planning to sell away Air India.
Thank you.
So with this, sir, I conclude and I support this bill.
Thank you, Acharya ji. Shri Vishwam